We have been discussing about goals and the related tasks to achieve those goals. Obviously, this will make you practice some of the tasks which you have been repeatedly doing. For example, if you are a musician, you might be practicing the music. Or if you are a tennis player, probably you will be practicing at courts. The same way, if you are a software engineer, probably you will be practicing certain code. Okay, if you are a mechanical engineer, on the other hand, you may be practicing some of the operations at the shop floor. So, like that, now even for an accounting person, you may be doing a sample P&L or a JV or try to generate a balance sheet. So all along, what we have been saying is that this requires a kind of what do you call practice, okay? And how do you know that you have done enough? That is the question. So to get into that space, just let's step back for a moment, and we will see that what is that skill you have, you possess, or you acquired, okay, by nature or by practice, whatever that may be the case. So once you have identified that skill, what you would have done is that you would have deconstructed certain aspects, or the to get that skill in the first place. So for example, if you are a musician, probably you will start with some basics, and then to go on to some sentences, some paragraphs, and so on and so forth. The same way, if you are a tennis player, probably you will start practicing at some grass court, or somewhere on a concrete surface. Then you may be trying to hit it with on the wall. Like that, you will start practicing, and by the time you come to court, it would take very long time for you to get into that space. The same way, if you are a software engineer, maybe you will start with some simple example of HTML or style sheets, something like that, or maybe some small JavaScript programs. Or if you are a programmer, basically, then you may be starting with some small routines. That routines could be like some if loop, for loop, some variable declarations, class hierarchy, functions, like that. So by the time you are able to write one program for a page or a screen or a component, it would have taken some time. Then you need to understand now how to write multiple components stitched together into one particular screen or a page. So imagine, like that way. So if you deconstruct that particular skill, for example, there are so many small things which you have to learn. For example, if you are not trying to do it in a shop floor, in a lathe, you may need to know now how to use uh, your turrets, how you are able to move that, position it, and then how you are able to measure some of those parameters of the component using vernier calipers or screw gauge, something like that. So it would take definitely longer time. So that, if you deconstruct and try to learn each one in its entirety and practice, then what you are trying to do in the process is that you are actually allowing yourself to self correct. That is the essence. If you are stubborn on certain things, and if you are not trying to learn, maybe some books might give you some examples, and if you are not interested in learning that, and if your assumptions or what you have been doing is deviating from what has been told, or or it may be on job training as well. So if that is the case, then you need to self correct some of those things mentally, or the way you do. So it has to get into your habit again. So self correction is very very important, which is the second point. And the third thing is, you need to remove any barriers. Like you should not say that okay, I can't do this, and I'm not able to hold something, I'm not able to hold the racket correctly, or I'm not able to hit it correctly. Or if you are a programmer, probably you are missing some algorithms, For example, you do not know, when to declare a variable, so you have to practice. So you should not think that, negatively in this context, that I can't do something like that. So any kind of, negativity or barriers to doing that or practicing that, you have to mentally, take it off. Then, very simple, as everybody would say, that any habit will get into your regular stuff after 21 hours or 21 days, or the 21 is a magic number. So it could be hours or weeks or anything. So I don't know the significance of 21, but everybody says that 21 is a good thing, and I have also experienced in my life that the 21 is significant, though I don't know how it works, but it really works. Okay, so in that sense, you practice for that 21 hours or weeks or days, whatever that could be. Then in the process, when you are practicing, obviously on day one, you will not get to see your output. So, which means that maybe the first week or the first month or the first day or the first hour, and maybe for a subsequent hours after that, you won't be getting what you actually wanted to do, which means that your mind automatically picks up a kind of frustration, and you need to find a mechanism to overcome that frustration. That is the essence of this. And irrespective of however your intellect, you will be actually you need to find mechanism to manage your emotions. Basically, frustration is a part of emotions. Okay, so it's basically a mind control in one word, mind control. But actually, you need to practice emotions, all the frustrations, negativity. Somebody may discourage you as well in the process. So if you see this graph, okay, if you really look at, what will happen is that the first week, for example, I'm just taking an illustration. It's not necessarily for a particular skill or something, but I'm just trying to illustrate. If you look at this graph, what happens is that the first week you put in say 40 hours of work or effort in the first week. Then the outcome or the output of that 40 hours to become a great tennis player in the ATP circuit, what you will learn or what you would do is almost zero. Okay, and if you are a programmer, again, no, you may not able to design a page or complete a page functionality in the first week. So what will happen is that the second week also probably you will put in 40 hours. Then by this time you would have learned. So your output in terms of, I'm just calling this as a performance. So this is basically performance versus or no, sorry, the effort versus performance. Actually, that is the right way to explain. So you put in that effort for the 40 hours or first week, second 40 hours, and the output will be 0, 1, like that. Initially it will be very, very slow to progress, whereas the more you put in that effort, and by the time you acquire the skill by practicing it over a period of time, your performance output will go up and your effort will come down. So at a particular point in time, this is this is there are so many words by which this is described. That intersection point, in simple English, that is the point at which you have become a kind of, I won't say mastery, but you are proficient enough to start a career on that particular skill. So if you are a software developer, and if that requires a kind of skill, then this meeting point between your effort and performance, that is the time you will actually start your career. Okay, even longer the period, then no, you will be on a perpetual training. Whereas no, shorter the period, maybe you are cheating. Maybe I would say that way, because every skill would normally have a benchmark of how much time it would take for the kind of profiles of the people with an engineering degree or with a medical degree, the appropriate field. Each profession would be mapped to industry average of that time. So for a software industry, maybe in 3 months time you can start doing a simple page, okay, page or on a screen, whatever it is. So that is the that you have to plot for yourself. The purpose of telling you is that you know how you are performing, in your office or at work or at home, or whatever task you are doing. So try to map your practice hours and your performance output. So to get that performance, you start the screen, then it would take, maybe, initially 3 days to design one component. Whereas, over a period of time, you may be, doing it in, 3 hours or 4 hours. Okay, so how you mature yourself, you can plot for yourself and see how you are progressing. And don't worry about the frustrations or no or the negative emotions. Try to overcome, and wish you all the best, and try to meet the industry standards, or try to define your own standards. Actually, that will be the best answer to yourself. Wish you all the best. Thank you. This is practice to performance, and I want you to perform, which obviously means that no stress, no tension. Thank you for watching. This is Google.